You're watching the award-winning GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student television station.
Wake up, Germantown. It's a breezy 64 degrees outside on this eerie Friday the 13th. I'm Scarlett Simpson. Here are your top stories this morning. The investigation continues this morning after a Massachusetts police officer was killed in the line of duty. K-9 officer Sean Gannon was serving an arrest warrant Thursday with other officers when the suspect opened fire, killing the 32-year-old. The Yarmouth police chief described Gannon as a bright young officer who genuinely loved protecting the public. Officers saluted Gannon's cruiser as it was being towed back to the station for the final time. Teachers from across Oklahoma will return to the classroom more than a week after walking out in protest. Protests had demanded a pay raise, funding for building maintenance, and new teaching materials. Under the deal, Oklahoma schools will receive $479 million from the state next year. That amount falls short of what the Education Association wanted. Some Oklahoma teachers say their next step is to run for office. Secretary of Defense James Mattis announced a historic nomination this week. Colonel Lorna Malik has been nominated to be the Brigadier General of the Marine Corps. If approved, Malik will be the first black female to serve in that capacity. Malik is currently a deputy director at Corps headquarters in Washington. She previously served in Japan as a commanding officer, where Malik was in charge of 1,300 troops and civil personnel. Taking a look at news a little closer to home, the years-long debate about overflow zoo parking on Overton Park Greensward may finally be over. City of Memphis announced the plans Thursday, saying the solution means no parking will take place on the Overton Park Greensward. The final parking plan increases the number of parking spaces for the Memphis Zoo from 865 to 1,280. It also converts 2.4 acres of park land to parking and returns a third of the Greensward back to Overton Park. All week, GHS-TV has given you Wake Up Germantown Live. Have you ever wondered what it takes to get this show on air every morning? Wake Up Germantown reporter Rodney McKinner and videographer Tanshi Ocho go behind the scenes.
For more than 20 years, Wake Up Germantown has been giving students news, entertainment, and a daily dose of morning announcements. What you've been seeing is only a small part of the whole production. So we're going to take you behind the camera and show you what goes into producing an award-winning newscast.
I arrived to the studio at 5:15.
5:30 a.m. 5:30 in the morning.
It's not easy, I'll tell you that.
No, you really want to wake up in the morning and just come to the studio and work on a show, and then next thing you know, an hour and a half later, you're live in front of the entire campus.
There's a lot of work that gets put in both on screen and off screen to make this show a success.
We bring you actual news and school news and sports news and some of the top pop culture things going on in the world right now.
Here are your top stories this morning.
We do everything ourselves. We choose our own stories in the morning. We have our own anchors write their own sports stories. We have our own packages come in throughout the show. And it's all student ran and produced from the live aspect as well.
Checking, double checking, and checking again. Every insert, every graphic, every position to make sure everything is working, because we don't want any issues 2 minutes before we go on air.
You need every single link in the chain to pull this show off.
The teamwork is what makes the dream work.
From producers to on-air talent, all the way to just the teleprompter, all these talents get put together to form this great news show.
There's always people on your side helping you. They want to help you. They want to see you succeed. And they want the show to be a success just as much as you do.
The Memphis Youth Chorale gives its members the opportunity to be in a professional chorale.
Because it's my adrenaline that's pushing me. It's my drive to make this show happen and make it live.
I'm Raina Katko with this week's second 24.
I really think I want to go into journalism when I go to college, and I feel that this is such a great opportunity to learn and to gain experience.
You learn to be dedicated and you learn to have compassion.
It's rigorous and it's very hard to do, but at the end of the day,
seeing the product and seeing how good it looks and seeing how everyone likes it and how it's being viewed by everybody, that's what makes it all worth it.
From all of us here at GHS-TV, have a great day.
I'm Raina Katko with this week's final 24-frame trivia question and your last chance to win 2 free Malco movie passes. If you're looking for a romantic comedy, Overboard hits theaters on May 5th. In this remake of the 1987 comedy, Leonardo, a spoiled wealthy yacht owner, is thrown overboard and becomes the target of revenge from his mistreated employee, Kate. After unjustly firing Kate, Kate shows up at the hospital and convinces the confused amnesiac that they're married. As Leonardo tries to get used to manual labor and his new family, Kate starts wondering how long she can keep fooling her fake husband. And now for today's trivia question. Which real-life Hollywood couple starred in the original movie? Was it A, Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, B, Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker, or C, Kevin Bacon and Keira Sedgwick? Think you know the answer? Write your name, phone number, first period teacher, and the correct answer on a sheet of paper and turn it into the contest box in C office by 2:30 today. And now for today's viral video. A toddler naps while driving a toy car. That's it for me. I'm Raina Katko, and I'll see you at the movies.
I'm Rachel Christopherson, here with your final moments in history for the week. On this day in 1796, the first elephant to step foot in the United States arrived in New York from India. Also on this day in 1943, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt dedicated the Jefferson Memorial on what would have been Thomas Jefferson's 200th birthday. Finally, in 1970, Apollo 13 declared, "Houston, we've got a problem," as an oxygen tank exploded on the way to the moon. Efforts to return the crew safely to Earth captivated the world. That's it for Moments in History. I'm Rachel Christopherson.
I'm Rodney McKenna here with the final edition of Tech Talk for the week. Here are some of the final inventions featured at the Edison Awards. First, we have the Shield TV. Shield combines 3 key features such as streaming, gaming, and home all into one singular device, making it the best entertaining experience for all users. Next, we have the Nomad, which is a collapsible bike helmet that can turn into the shape of a water bottle at your convenience. You'll always have it whether you need head protection or if you're a little thirsty. Last, we have the Adobe Scan, which can turn any phone or tablet into a scanning tool to create digital documents anywhere. The advanced image processing automatically finds the edges of your document, making it into a clear PDF with reusable text. That's all for this edition of Tech Talk for the week. I'm Rodney McKenna. Here's Alan Toney with today's school news.
Thanks, Rodney. Congratulations to yesterday's 24-frame trivia winner, Horace Kelly, who correctly answered that the Healing Stone is not an Infinity Stone in the Marvel Universe. Horace Kelly wins 2 free movie passes, courtesy of Malco Theaters and GHS-TV. Campus cleanup has been moved from this Sunday to Tuesday, April 24th from 4 to 6. Please bring a shovel or rake if possible. Water will be provided. Remember, prom bids go on sale Monday. There are $70 for a couple or $35 for a single bid. Bids can be purchased during 5th period in room A211. Please remember that guests from other schools must complete the prom permission form and get it signed by their school's administration. Stop by the bulletin board in room A lobby for all details. Remember to fill up on Chipotle Monday between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. to support GHS's girls soccer team. This fundraiser will take place at the Chipotle inside of the Wolf Chase Mall. And finally, today's lunch, you will have a choice of barbecue nachos, buffalo chicken wings, entree salad, fresh fruit, chilled fruit cup, and milk. He keeps the campus clean once we all go home. So who exactly takes care of the grounds after dark? Kyle Bowers has this exclusive in today's Who's Who.
Hey everyone, I'm here with someone who stays extra late to make sure our campus stays clean. It's Mr. Hughes, our night engineer. Mr. Hughes, what all goes into your job?
Basically, my job is to make sure this campus is beautiful and ready to go the next day for our students and staff, and make sure it's a clean and safe environment each and every day.
What time do you usually leave every night?
Well, I usually leave around 11 o'clock every night to make sure the doors are secure and it's ready for the next day for our students.
What is your favorite part about your job?
Being a part of the Germantown High family. That's my favorite part. And also to help out our students on an everyday basis.
Well, Mr. Hughes, thank you so much for everything you do here at Germantown.
You're welcome. Thank you.
If you see Mr. Hughes around campus, be sure to thank him for everything he does. Back to you.
Now let's get an update on the world of sports, both here in Germantown and beyond. Tate Jacoby has today's sports report.
Hey everyone, get ready. Tiger Woods could come to Memphis. Yesterday, the PGA announced the FedEx St. Jude Classic is becoming the World Golf Championship FedEx St. Jude Invitational. WGC events attract the golfers in the world, and they'll all be coming to Memphis. This is huge. This is like having the Final Four in Memphis every year. The tournament will give Memphis exposure like never before and should translate into an economic boost. The Invitational is slated for August 2019. Moving on to softball, last night our Red Devils fought it out against the Houston Mustangs. From the start of the Devils just couldn't get into the game, letting Houston score 4 runs in the first inning. The Mustangs ramped things up in the 5th inning, putting up 9 runs to Germantown's 2. The Red Devils never got things going, and at the end of the day, they couldn't tame the Mustangs. Final score, 12-2, Mustangs win. The softball team's next game is Tuesday against Southwind. The Germantown baseball team will be facing the White Station Spartans in an away game tonight. While the Spartans haven't done too hot this season, I don't think our Red Devils will be letting down their guard. So come out and support our Germantown Red Devils. The game starts at 4:30 at the Spartans Field. That's your look at the world of sports. Scarlett, back to you.
Tate, this new PGA golf tournament is amazing for the city, but sadly will be the last St. Jude Classic as we know it.
It truly is a bittersweet feeling for all the golf fans in Memphis. But this new WGC event will give St. Jude wider exposure, which could translate into more donations. To date, the Classic alone has raised $38 million for St. Jude.
Good point, Tate. Thanks. We are just 6 weeks away from summer break, and that means relaxation and vacations. So we wanted to know, if you could travel to anywhere in the world, where would you go?
To either Jamaica or the Bahamas, because I love the islands and I love the way they look in pictures, and I love the culture and the foods and all that.
If I could travel anywhere in the world, it would probably be somewhere maybe somewhere in Europe, because I wanted to experience more cultures, be more a culture person, be more interesting.
France, because my cousin live there. I would go to Atlanta, because I ain't never been to Atlanta before. And I know all the rappers and everybody's coming out of Atlanta, so I'll just go down there, you know what I'm saying?
Taking a look at this weekend's weather, tonight you might want to grab an umbrella because there's a 30% chance for scattered thunderstorms. Saturday, expect to change your outdoor plans because they might get washed out. There is a 60% chance of storms all day. The high will be 67 degrees and the low at 40 degrees. Sunday, you might want to whip out a jacket or a coat. Expect a cloudy day with a high of 53 and a chilly low at 37. We have a little announcement of our own. Today wraps up our season of Wake Up Germantown for the 2017-2018 school year. We're glad you spent your mornings with us and hope to see you again next year. As we leave you, take a look at all the students who helped make this show a reality. So, until next year, that's all the news from around the world and here at home. From all of us here at GHS-TV, have a great day and enjoy the rest of your school year.
For those who wish to participate, please stand and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In accordance with state law, Germantown High School will now observe a moment of silence. Thank you, and have a great day.